It's important that, as individuals and our families, are prepared for incidents and emergencies at all times, especially during this time of year. It's getting dark, it's a lot colder, we're making long car journeys, and by just having a few precautions and measures in place, we can ensure that we and our families are prepared for anything that may come along.
I'm involved with Echo Green Neighbourhood Forum, which represents local residents, and this brings us to our involvement with Birmingham Resilience Team, and with suggestions of items you might like to consider whilst travelling in the winter months. These are some of the important items that could be suggested. A first aid box for summer and winter, of course, a good backup of any injuries. Water, so you don't get dehydrated. A warm hat. A torch, obviously, because if you get held up in during the darkness, you can always use that as a warning item to go with your jacket if you've got one there. Gloves, if you need to leave the vehicle, and spare woolen socks. A shovel, obviously self-explanatory with snow problems that you may have. On one-off journeys, perhaps you like a hot flask you might have in the vehicle, and most important, carry most times, is a blanket, which don't take a lot of room up, and you can put that on the back seat and whatever, and some backup biscuits, sweets and such. Those are just some of the items you might like to consider when you go on these journeys.
I'm part of the HLB South Yardley, and I'm also part of the Resilience Group at Birmingham City Council. And I just want to show you some of the things that I've got prepared in case of bad weather that I keep in my home. First of all, I think it's good to have some tinned food because it's long life and we should all have that. And also a tin opener if you haven't got the ones with the pull cans. And then another important thing is the first aid kit, which this is very cheap. I bought it, it was only £1 and it's full with stuff, and I bought it for one of my grandsons to put in their car. And then of course it's important, if the electricity goes off, that we have a candle and some matches, and also a torch with batteries. And of course if the electricity goes off and we've got no radio or television, we need a battery powered radio, and again with the batteries. And I think one very, very important thing, of course, is your medication. Always make sure especially over Christmas, you've got plenty of medication in. And the next thing is I've got water, and I've got plenty of water in the house. I've got packet soups. I've got rice, which is a very good sustainable thing, and I've got long life milk. And this one final thing is the telephone lists of family, friends, your utilities and your insurance, really. Now I've got all these in diaries and address books, but this is handy right by my chair that I've done this out, so I can just pick it up immediately and know exactly where it is. If you can see, some of them are highlighted, the doctors is highlighted because that's important.
You've just heard of a couple of good examples of how you can prepare yourselves or your families for emergencies in Birmingham. But if you want more information or just some good tips, why don't you read our Preparing for Emergencies in Birmingham booklet. This can be picked up from leisure centres, neighbourhood offices and libraries. If you're wanting something a little bit more interactive, why not have a look at our DVD, Preparing for Emergencies in Birmingham. Again, this gives good tips and information of how you can prepare for emergencies. If you have a look at our website, www.birminghamprepared.gov.uk, you can download both these items. Also, why don't you sign up to our community alert scheme? And all this simply does, it allows us to inform you of when emergencies happen in Birmingham or in your area. And you can do this by, again, going to our website and just signing up to it. Simple as that, and it doesn't cost you anything.